Hi, I'm Devan Bonebrake, Master Instructor here at the Jim McLean Golf Center in Fort Worth, Texas. Today you can see we're on the chipping green. Behind us is our bent grass putting green. Great amenities here, great place to teach. Today I'm going to talk about chipping and specifically how to never chunk your chip again. Generally, a lot of the faults that we see with chipping start in the setup. So let me start from the ground up and kind of talk about how you need to set up for success on these short shots. If you look at this golf ball here, we want to play the ball for a standard chip, generally slightly back in our stance, okay? We also want to take a relatively narrow stance. For the most part, aside from the bunkers, the shorter the shot, the narrower the stance, or the smaller the stance. Ball's going to be off the inside of the right foot, and about a club head width sideways is good. As you get to longer pitches and whatnot, you can get a little bit wider, but for a standard chip shot, pretty narrow. From here, I'm going to feel like my weight is favoring my left foot, probably about 70% on the left leg, 30% on the right. You can see my knees are slightly flexed, and my right knee might be even kicked in just a little bit. This is going to get me on a braced left side. My hands are going to be slightly forward, not really forward like we see with some people, just slightly forward. It's going to help us get the club hinged a little bit going back and create a descending blow. From the down the line view here, what I want to show you is how much different I'm going to set up to a chip shot than I would with a standard full swing. So a standard full swing is going to be about like this. For a chip shot, I'm going to get much closer and taller. This is going to allow me to get closer to my work, make it easier to make solid contact. I'm also going to have my hands a little bit higher than normal, so the heel of the club is going to be maybe slightly off the ground, or at least level with. The last thing we want is for this heel to get stuck in the ground and cause the club head to twist. So ball slightly back, weight forward, hands a little bit forward, hands arched up slightly, weight on the front foot. Now the reason why we want such a narrow stance is that the wider you are, the more it's going to promote a weight shift from side to side. That's probably the #1 death move I see here at the school with chipping, is that people set up too wide and then shift their weight on their backswing. Weight shift is not necessary for a chip shot. The main concern here is solid contact. It's hard to know how far to go back and through or how hard to hit the ball if you don't know if you're going to hit the ball solid. It could be thin, it could be fat, and it's just a guessing game from there. So the #1 goal here is to make solid contact, and then you're going to really dial in your wedges. Let me show you. So ball back, stance maybe ever so slightly open, face pretty square, slightly open, weight forward, look at your target, back, through. If you practice a consistent setup every time, I'll have no doubt you'll be chipping it as close as that, if not closer. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll get back to as many as I can. Thank you very much.